All right, everyone. The first thing we're going to look at with our central tendency, as it's called, is from our data set is we're going to find the mean. All right. The mean is also known as the average. So this is how we find like your scores on the test, things like that. So the first thing when finding the mean is that we're going to add all these numbers together. 11 plus 4 plus 7 plus 13 plus 3 plus 7 plus 12 plus 5. All right, so it doesn't matter what the order of the numbers are when you go ahead and add these. In some cases, order is important, but for the average or the mean, that's actually not the case. So we're going to go ahead and add these. All right, so after I add this up, we end up getting 62. All right, so we add that up and we get 62. Let me just add it again, just to make sure. So it is 62. Then we have this. We're going to divide. Now to decide what we're going to divide by, we look at how many numbers we have. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we divide by 8. So we'll do this without a calculator. We're going to write it in decimal form. So 62 divided by 8 is 7.75. So for this, our mean, our average is 7.75. All right, the second thing we're going to do is find our median. Now the median is our middle number. All right, think of medium or the median in a road. It's the middle number in our data set. All right, middle number. So what we're going to do is we have to put these in order. They have to be in order first before us to find the middle number. So our first number is 3. Cross it off. Then 4. All right, notice that I'm crossing them off as we go. 5. We have 7. And another 7. We list both of them. And then we have 11, 12, 13. All right. Now, as we said before, there was 8 numbers. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The middle number would go right here, right in between these 7s. So in order to find the middle number, we take the average, or the mean. We add 7 plus 7, that's 14. And since there's 2 numbers here, we divide by 2. So our median is 7. All right, the next thing we're going to look for is our mode. So when I think of mode, I think of mood. And it's kind of like what happens the most. So we're looking for the number that appears the most frequently. So I see 11, that only happens once. 4 only happens once. All right, I see 2 7s. All right, and that's the only number that happens to appear more than once. All right, so in this case, our mode is 7. We could have it where there is no mode at all. So if there is no mode, we don't write 0. So we would write no mode. You don't write the number 0 because 0 is a number that could happen to come up. If there's more than one number that happens to be tied, like let's say we had 2 3s, then we would have 7 and we would have 3 because there's 2 of each of them. All right, and then the last thing to look for is your range. So again, we'll list our numbers from smallest to biggest. So we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, we have 7. We list both of them, remember. 11, 12, and 13. So the range is found by taking the largest number of the data set, remember it has to be in order, and subtracting it with the smallest number. So our largest number is 13, our smallest number is 3. We subtract, and our final answer for that would be 10. All right, so let's look at some of the questions that we could see tonight on the homework. So the first one says to find the mean. All right, to find the mean. All right, so we're going to find the mean of the technical marks. So that's 5.9. Just looking at this column here. All right, 5.9, plus 5.8 plus 5.8 plus 5.6 plus 5.9 plus 5.6 plus 5.6 plus 6.0. So we add those all up. So give me a minute here to add them all up. So we add those all up and we get 46.4. Then we're going to divide by the amount of numbers there. Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. Oh, hold on, what did I do wrong here? 5.8, 5.8, 5.6, 5.9, 5.6. Oh, let's go back. I have two 5.6s, so plus 6.0. So let me re-add these again. 5.9. So 5.8. Let's see. That's 40.6. We divide by 7. That's the correct way. And then what we end up getting is 5.8. So the average for the technical marks is 5.8. The presentation marks, let's do a different color here. We're going to take this column here, add those together. 5.4 plus 5.7 plus 5.6 plus 5.3 plus 5.5 plus 5.3 plus 5.7. So we'll add up those 7 numbers. And we get 38.5. And then once again, divide that by 7. And your final answer is 38.5. I'm sorry, your final answer is 5.5. All right, so that would be 5.5. Then it says find the combined marks or total score awarded to each. So when we add this together, we would have to do 11.3. We add this together, it's 11.5. This is 11.4. This is 10.9. This is 11.4. This is 10.9. And this is 11.7. All right, so we recorded our answers in the table. Now, what is the mean total? So we're going to take what we did over here. All right, what we did over here. We're going to add those all up. So we have 11.3. We add those all up. All right, that's 79.1. We divide once again. Well, there's 7 numbers, so we divide by 7. So our answer would be 79.1. Oh, I'm sorry. Our answer would be 11.3. That would be your final answer. Okay? All right, and then for this one, what we're going to do is we're going to order from least to greatest. So we have 1. Cross it out. We have another 1. All right, a third 1. All right, I believe that's it. Now we have a 2. Another 2. Another 2. And another 2. All right. Then we have a 3. And we have a 5. And we have another 5. And we have 2 7s. Oop. And one of the ones I forgot is a 4. So we'll put that in there. And then a 10 and a 12. So you see that I messed up, and it's good that you cross them out as you go so you can find out which ones you messed up on. So the median for number 12, let's do this in a different color. Remember, the median is your middle number. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 numbers. So the middle number would be your 8th number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 3. And we do not have to worry about going in between because we have an odd amount of numbers. So when there's an odd amount, that works out to be good. All right. The mode, that's the number that happens most frequently. All right. The number that happens most frequently is the 2. The range, You take the largest number, subtract it from the smallest. So 12 minus 1 is 11. All right, and that's it.